Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. A beautiful fake. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has. But I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. Second down, here's Barkley again. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A first down carry for Barkley. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in a victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Nix to the air. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. You look at this Steeler defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
To throw is Nix. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
They go play action. Daniels. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rusher right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Second and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Ready? 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready?
Off the play fake, Daniels. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
To throw is Daniels. Got his man down. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be second down.
Second and 6.
Tag. Bronco 80. 19 Charger. 19 Charger.
Now Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
And 6 yards to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing now is Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. And the Steelers at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Caught left side. Here's Dell. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. They kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it second down and 11.
Hey. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
To the air goes Daniels. And he's got it. Touchdown. St. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Commanders nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter.
Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw, here's Nix. That is caught by Hunter. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 24 yards to gain there. Another 1st down as well.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Throwing right, and that's complete. Be a gain of 5. And it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. A drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rep.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Saquon Barkley, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Still fighting for more. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Ready, ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Come on, come on.
Henry running right. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Warriors 17, 19, Tiger, 19.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Here we go, check.
Daniels looking to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Let's go now. Hump 70, hump 56.
Henry up the middle. And he'll get this down over the 18.
A gain of a yard.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Here's Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off. Part of what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Nix. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing Nix. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Nix from the shotgun. He's got the connection to Moore. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
1-yard gain. Brings up
Back to the air with Nix.
at the Steelers' 40-yard line.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
14, Steelers 7. Cam Little to kick off.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Here comes a reverse. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Henry. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
24-yard line.
Here we go. Steady.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and 10 at the 45.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now Daniel's going to keep it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
2nd and 6.
Warriors, go. 60 Eagles, 60. Hurt. Dragon, 60. Ready.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
70,
Off play action, Daniels. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Inside handoff, Henry. Now the ball comes loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Nicks to the air. Now he'll tuck this and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the longer way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now Daniel's going to keep it. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Pass all 80. Pass the 60. Pass the 60. Let's go.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
They'll run with Barkley. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
On the ready. Let's go now. 19 Charger, 19 Charger.
They go play action. Daniels. This will go to Henry out wide. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Viking, H. Hook.
Again to Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
70. Ready,
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Now a toss right to Barkley. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Commanders.
They'll go to Barkley again. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. Second down and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. That's complete, right around the 8. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. To throw is Nix. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going. It's Nix. He'll try to do it himself. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. The point after is good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Commanders 21, Steelers 10. Campbell to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Loses the football. It's out. And does Washington have it? They do. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6.
Ready? Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Working out of the gun is Nix. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Evan Ingram, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Here we go. Set.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man right side is St. Brown. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 1.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Ready?
To the air goes Daniels. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly it's some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
That's another Steelers first down.
Now Daniels. To the right side and caught by Dell. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Let's go now. 18, 5, Cougar 19.
To throw is Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Henry is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Aubrey good with the PAT. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
Steelers 17.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Barkley, inside handoff. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The toss out to Barkley. Nifty move. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And this is caught. He hits more. And he will have a Commander's first down, and that should just about do it. That one a bad breaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
First down, Washington.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So a victory here for the Commanders. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Commanders, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.